is up? What is happening? How is everyone doing? How is everyone doing? Hit the like button, subscribe. We in the building. Yeah. We are in the building. Salute to everybody out there. Got a great show for you guys tonight, man. This morning, meant to have a great show for you last night, but things didn't work out last night. Shout out to nothing but a hound dog, Jared Pierce. Shout out to you guys. Salute. Tuesday in America. Good morning, America. Good morning, America. Good morning, America. Yeah, man. We early today, man. We early today. Definitely early today. Make sure you hit the like button. We got a lot of stuff going on here in America. A lot of stuff going on here in America. A lot of stuff going on here in America. A lot of stuff going on here in America. America. Hella early. Yeah. Is there only 6 here? Let me see. How many people are here? Oh, wow. Yeah. Salute. Wherever you watching, Arc Nation, Black Colombo or Arc Nation News, wherever you watching. Wherever you're watching. Said crime is down? Nah, crime is not down, man. Let's see. Crime is not down. Unfortunately. Crime is not down. It is not down. I can tell you that. It is not down. Crime is definitely not down. Okay? Let's get started, man. Let's get started, man. Let's get started, guys. Shout out to my man Manos, man. Manos is in the building. Manos. Let's get it cracking, man. Let's start it like this, son.
Make a day of it. It is 6:04. Well, let's get to the story from overnight. An 18-year-old man shot and killed after apparently an argument with a bunch of other people.
So Morgan is live with more on what happened.
Alex, Mike, good morning. Yeah, so police, they're still early on in their investigation, but this happened just after 12:30. And like you mentioned, Mike, this all started as some type of verbal altercation, some type of argument. Police say that they received calls of gunshots on 31st and Norris Streets. When they got there, that's when they found that 18-year-old lying unresponsive in the backyard of a private home. Police say that he was suffering from gunshot wounds to his torso. He was later transported to the hospital where he died shortly after 1 a.m. And police say they believe the shooters were firing shots from several different locations in the area. Chief Small also says he believes the shooters were mid to late teens and may have fled the scene in a very light-colored SUV.
So it appears that this shooter or shooters were firing shots from many different locations in the area of 31st and Norris. And where we found the victim, he was laying in the backyard of a property next to a fence in the 1900 block of North 31st Street.
So again, police, they're still searching for the suspect or suspects. And Chief Small says that there were several surveillance cameras in the area. So right now they're looking through all the footage. They do have about 2 witnesses. Again, those are the ones who said that they saw or heard this verbal altercation or argument going on. So hopefully we can get some answers later on in the morning. For now,
arguments. They said dudes was busting at him from different angles. Jesus Christ.
Developing first at 5, a man is now charged with killing a woman and her 1-year-old baby boy. The Berks County District Attorney announcing additional murder charges against 61-year-old Jose Rodriguez. He'd previously been charged with killing the victim's husband, Junior Cabrera Colon. Investigators laying out the horrific timeline before each member of the family is killed. This is the 5 o'clock news. I'm Jason Martinez, and we do want to warn you, these details are just incredibly upsetting and hard to hear. But you may remember the mother and son were reported missing earlier this month, and then just days later, their bodies were found. Kelly, you were there for today's painful announcement. What are you learning?
Yeah, Jason, that's right. Extremely painful to hear. The investigators did say today this is still an active investigation, but did say there was some sort of intimate relationship between the defendant and one of the 3 victims, and clearly something went wrong. The DA said the defendant did confess to all 3 murders. He called this case extremely difficult and said they are looking at possibly pursuing the death penalty.
Unfortunately, in our jobs, we deal with bad things all the time. This is a different level.
For the first time, the Berks County District Attorney outlining the horrific timeline of the murders of 31-year-old Junior Cabrera Colon, his wife, 31-year-old Geraldina Peguero Manciba, and their 1-year-old son, Jaden Junior Peguero, allegedly at the hands of 61-year-old Jose Rodriguez. The DA says he confessed to all 3 murders.
The loss of life.
Hey, Wicked, man. Wicked, you on Burritos is on the board, man. That's a 3-pointer. This was 3. This is a 3-pointer from half court. Man. Woo.
DA says he confessed to all 3 murders.
The loss of life of these adults that were killed was unnecessary. The loss of life of that 1-year-old was cruel. It was horrible.
The DA's office announced the arrest of Rodriguez for the murder of Junior last week. Investigators say he was shot in the head, found early on September 13th in the brush along River Road in Bear Park, where there is now a growing memorial.
That is the investigation that started all of this, the finding of the body in Bear Park. But it was actually the last murder that he committed.
The DA says Reading police learned that no one had heard from Junior's wife and their 1-year-old son since the day before, September 12th. Cell phone records led them to an access road off East Holler Lane in Ontalani Township, where they found Geraldina's body, and days later, not far away, they found Jaden in a shallow pond. The DA says Rodriguez and Geraldina had some sort of intimate relationship, meeting at least a year ago when they worked in a warehouse together, and he was infuriated that she would not leave her husband and was taking his money.
Holy shit. So she cheated with a dude, a 61-year-old dude, probably a sugar daddy. This is a sugar daddy relationship. This is a sugar daddy type relationship. She cheated with this guy at work to get, a couple extra dollars. I've seen this plenty of times. A lot of women pay their bills like this. Press 1. A lot of women pay their bills like this. Because the old dudes be putting it out there like, yo, I'm trying to pay to play or whatever. A lot of old dudes put it out there like that. Remember that girl in PG County a couple of weeks ago, that young girl that got killed by that hombrito? Who remembers that young girl that got killed by that hombrito in PG County? It was a big story. Everybody was looking for her. Then they seen the footage of her getting in his car willingly. And everybody was like, because it was, then it was like she went to his house. A lot of these hombritos be tricks, man. A lot of these hombritos are tricks. And these sisters, even though you can probably consider this one a Dominican, you can probably consider her hombrito, but I still consider her like, a son burrito. She's a son burrito. And he's an hombrito. Man, her baby. He said he may not be getting that in return, but nudes. Yeah, like, yeah, and this dude fell in love, so he killed her husband, her daughter, her wow. Rage, man. The throes of, like, you playing with me. Like, you playing with me. I wonder what his criminal record is, man. He's probably got, history, because you don't just jump off the deep end like this. I don't think so. Yeah, hit the like button, support the channel. I don't think you just jump off the deep end like this. I think this guy's probably got an extensive criminal record. He's 61. I think he was shout out to Boy Kachina. Salute to you, Boy Kachina, man. He says Philly's mayor is raising the Chinese government flag September 30th in a ceremony designed to get us enslaved, ironically. Salute. The 30th is tomorrow, right? Oh, it is. Today's the 30th. Today is the 30th, man. Today's the 30th. We got to see that, man. Shout out to my man Pete, man. Pete say, this is all Philly news right here. We got to check in on that, man. All these stories is Philly news, man.
And he was infuriated that she would not leave her husband and was taking his money. The DA says Rodriguez admitted to picking Geraldina and Jaden up Lane in Otulani Township, where they found Geraldina's body, and days later, not far away, they found Jaden in a shallow pond. The DA says Rodriguez and Geraldina had some sort of intimate relationship, meeting at least a year ago when they worked in a warehouse together, and he was infuriated that she would not leave her husband and was taking his money. The DA says Rodriguez admitted to picking Geraldina and Jaden up on September 12th with the intention to kill her, and that he shot Geraldina once in the back of the head and threw Jaden in nearby muddy water.
I can't imagine anything more horrifying than throwing that 1-year-old child into that pond of water. And that child is left there to die.
Rodriguez allegedly told investigators he shot Junior near his last listed address on Center Avenue when Junior confronted him about his involvement with Geraldina.
Mr. Rodriguez had no prior criminal history.
Wow.
So something happened. No matter.
Wow, he had no prior criminal history. That's crazy. So he just snapped. He's like, yo, stop playing with me. Like, I know you think I'm sweet. I know you think shit's sweet, baby, but I need you to really stop playing with me. And I'm not saying I'm not trying to blame the victim. I'm definitely not trying to blame the victim, but shit. He was like, nah, man, you got me fucked up. He was like, baby, you got me all the way fucked up.
Picking Geraldina and Jaden up on September 12th with the intention to kill her.
No one deserved to die.
The DA said today investigators recovered substantial video evidence as well as physical evidence that Rodriguez actually led them to, including a gun, as well as some of Geraldina's belongings. Now, Rodriguez told investigators he acted alone, but part of their active and ongoing investigation is to determine if anybody else was involved. Jason.
Salute to Pete, man. Pete says, when I have antisocial thoughts, I remind myself that I'm a sun man. Then whatever happens, happens. Yeah, man. You gotta I have a lot of intrusive thoughts, man, all the time, man. Yeah, man. It just, yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. A lot, man. You gotta fight it, man. You gotta fight it. You gotta be lucky too sometimes. You gotta be lucky. You know? You gotta fight it. You gotta be patient. Be patient. Fight it.
Breaking overnight, a man is injured after a road rage shooting along the Vine Street Expressway near the Ben Franklin Bridge. It happened around 10 last night when Philadelphia police say a driver was about to get onto the bridge when another driver opened fire. Several bullet holes were seen on the victim's car. The 31-year-old victim was taken to the hospital and is in stable condition. So far, no arrests. Hey, you're taking a live look now at the nation's capital where the clock is ticking as the government shutdown deadline gets closer. Members of Congress have to vote on a new short-term spending bill by Tuesday night. Ahead of this, the Trump administration is threatening more permanent job cuts if the Senate can't reach a deal. Last week, the House passed a continuing resolution which would fund the government until Thanksgiving, but Democrats are pushing for more money for health care, among other priorities. Meanwhile, Portland, Oregon is now the next city on the list to see the National Guard as part of what President Donald Trump says is a push to protect the nation. The president says he's directing the defense secretary to send troops there, authorizing full force if necessary. In a true social post, President Trump called the decision necessary to protect, quote, war-ravaged Portland and U.S. Immigration and Customs enforcement facilities. Portland's mayor says there's no need for troops and the president will not find lawlessness or violence unless he plans to perpetrate it. No word yet when troops could be deployed. Temple Ambler Campout is wrapping up this morning after more than 400 people camped out last night. The campout is designed to provide a welcoming camping experience for beginners. Participants were able to enjoy campfire stories, explore school buildings, and stargaze. And happening today, you saw it in our live look, it's the 2025 CHOP Parkway Run and Walk, raising money for pediatric cancer research. This year's event will bring nearly 8,000 supporters, including more than 285 teams. Childhood cancer is the leading cause of death from disease in children under the age of 15, with September marking National Childhood Cancer Awareness Month.
Look at this, man. Niggas couldn't do this. Niggas couldn't just camp out 400 tents and there'd be no violence. Niggas could not do that. And they would have left a shit ton of trash around. There would have been a whole lot of violence. 400 tents. Just camping out for the fuck of it. You white people are interesting, man. White people are very interesting, man. Excuse me.
We begin tonight with a tragic incident inside a Morton Williams grocery store in Hell's Kitchen.
64-year-old Leobardo Hernandez Solis pronounced dead a short time after trying to stop a suspected shoplifter on Friday night. Well, tonight, while police look for...
Okay, we got you back, Wicked. We got you back. We got one back, man. We hit a free throw, man.
The suspect involved in that incident. His family remembers the man they loved and trying to make sense of his death.
Eyewitness News reporter Stefan Kim live in Inwood where Solis lived. Stefan?
Well, Mike and Sade, Leobardo Hernandez Solis was not a large man, but his sons say that never stopped him from standing up for what's right. In fact, they say this was not the first time he confronted a shoplifter. And while it's still unclear if that led to his death, like police, his family is now left searching for answers.
We all broken. We trying. Honestly, we all broken.
Sometimes there are not enough words to describe the anguish eating you up inside. Henry Hernandez and his family still trying to understand how their father, 64-year-old Leobardo Hernandez, could be gone.
He was a family man. He was always he was always there for us, very supportive. He was just always happy. I've never seen him upset, never.
The Inwood man worked at the Morton Williams near Columbus Circle. Cops say Friday night he confronted a shoplifter. His sons say he was punched in his chest by that suspect and then found later at work lying on a milk crate. He was rushed to Mount Sinai West.
Son man hit hard.
At the Morton Williams near Columbus Circle. Cops say Friday night he confronted a shoplifter. His sons say he was punched in his chest by that suspect and then found later at work lying on a milk crate. He was rushed to Mount Sinai West, right around the corner where he was pronounced dead. An autopsy shows signs of prior heart issues, but detectives are exploring if the stress from the incident was a factor in his death.
We do have a lot of questions as well, what's the truth, what's the actual story? That's what we want to know. All right.
That's really sick, man, of you, J.J. Jacobs. You're sick. You're a sick woman, man. Jesus Christ, man.
We had different stories, trying to put the pieces and puzzles together.
A spokesperson for Morton Williams in a statement says, "We are heartbroken by the loss of Leobardo Hernandez, our beloved colleague and a treasured member of our Morton Williams family. He was a dedicated team member for more than 10 years, and our prayers are with Leo's family and friends at this difficult time." Hernandez leaves behind 3 sons and a daughter. His youngest remembers how proud his father was of him when he told him he wanted to serve his country. His family says he never stopped working. He had just picked up a second shift. His son Henry doesn't know what he'd say to his father.
Now, these are the type of hombredos I like. Serving your country, man. Working, man. Speaking English.
If he had one last chance to say goodbye.
See, so much. There's so much. And nothing can come out right now.
But he can hear his father speaking to him, even in death.
Knowing him and what he said in Spanish, well, I started getting, everything's going to be fine, bro. Everything's going to be fine. Things are going to get better.
Meanwhile, cops are not ruling out that this case could turn into a homicide investigation. Police have made no arrests. Reporting live in Inwood, Stefan Kim, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Oh, man.
Heartbreak and disappointment for a Prince George's County mom today. The young boy who murdered her son is now being released from probation. It's a story that News 4 has covered for years. The boy who pulled the trigger was just 12. The victim, 13-year-old King Douglas. News 4's Amy Cho explains why the killer only served 2 weeks in detention and how the victim's mom is helping others.
Listen, man. This is what Janine Pirro is talking about, man. These young punks know if they kill somebody, it's a free kill. It's a free kill. And that's dangerous. The music they listen to, the environments they come from, their own natural DNA and IQs, and you telling them, hey, man, if you kill anybody before this age, it's a free kill.
Grieving families.
It was meant to be a fun evening with friends. Back in April of 2021, Mom came at night, dropped off her 13-year-old son, King, at the Ritchie Station Shopping Center in Forestville as a reward for...
And listen, this is not supposed to be a dangerous place like that. Let me put it like that. It's not supposed to be, right? It's not supposed to be a dangerous place. This should not. If white people lived here, this would be like a gated community. It would be like one of America's best neighborhoods or some shit. It's not supposed to be hood. You know what I'm saying? If you look at it. You know how blacks say, man, the reason we kill each other because they put us on top of each other. They put us in ghettos on top of each other. No, this is not one of them places.
For cleaning his room. Shortly after, she got a call from his friends that he'd been shot and killed.
My son was so loving, very handsome, very charming. As a mom, you want justice for your child. And I feel that I didn't really get the justice that I was seeking.
Police say there was a dispute between two groups of young people at the shopping center. The 12-year-old boy who killed King was charged as a juvenile with first-degree murder. Because of his age, his name was not released. That boy served 2 weeks in a youth detention center and was then released on probation. Now, 4 years later, a judge ruled today the boy's probation is over due to good behavior.
Prom would have been this year. Graduation would have been this year. A lot of things, planning out colleges for my son, and he didn't get a chance to do that, but this boy is able to run around like nothing even happened. So it's upsetting.
In court today, the boy apologized for his actions and said he's changed. The judge also heard letters from several of the boy's teachers saying they've noticed an improvement.
I know how my son would have wanted things to be. My son was a mom, let it go, it's okay type of boy. And so I tried to keep that remembrance of my son.
After King was killed, his mom went back to school and got her associate's degree in criminal justice. She now has a nonprofit called For King We Stand. It offers mentoring to at-risk youth and support groups for parents who have lost children to gun violence.
It's part of my healing. To be able to comfort other parents who have lost their children is healing for me. It's my role as a mom to allow people to know who King was and to be that difference that we need, that change that we need in this community.
In April of last year, Prince George's County named a street after King in Capitol Heights as this mom channels her pain into purpose. Amy Cho, News 4.
King's mother is also currently getting her bachelor's degree in social work at Bowie State University.
Wow.
A string of car break-ins over the weekend has now led to charges against 3 suspects and several of their parents. Police in Gloucester City arrested a 16, 17, and 19-year-old over their alleged involvement in a series of burglaries early Sunday morning. But when police charged the teens, prosecutors opted to also hold their parents to account, accusing them of failing to supervise their children.
I remember this. This is, Gloucester County. This is only in this county. Don't get too excited, guys. This is only this county that does this. At least in Pennsylvania, this is or New Jersey, wherever it is. It's not like a nationwide thing. Take the $10, the $20, the $30, the $40, whatever challenge you want to take it. Sponsor today's show. We going in, man. This is good though. This is a good start, but I don't want you guys to get too excited. It's not everywhere that they do this.
A string of car break-ins over the weekend has now led to charges against 3 suspects and several of their parents. Police in Gloucester City arrested a 16, 17, and 19-year-old over their alleged involvement in a series of burglaries early Sunday morning. But when police charged the teens, prosecutors opted to also hold their parents to account, accusing them of failing to supervise their children. New Jersey correspondent Trish Hartman has the details tonight.
3 arrests were made after the alleged thefts from vehicles, but the parents of the juvenile suspects were also charged. Police say it's an effort they've been using for quite some time to cut down on juvenile crime. It was early Sunday morning, around 1:30. Surveillance video shows 3 people walking near vehicles in the Highland Park section of Gloucester City. Police say it was these 3 who were arrested a short time later for breaking into cars and stealing things. You can see one trying to access cars in a driveway across the street, running from the house when a light goes on. Denise Glassman says her son-in-law's car was hit, left unlocked on Saturday evening.
That's when he called the police and found out that they had got his car along with all the other cars on the street.
She says credit cards were stolen out of it, and his bike was also stolen out of the driveway.
His kids were upset. My grandchildren are very scared now that there's going to be somebody coming to take their things.
Police say several vehicles were burglarized over the weekend. 3 suspects were taken into custody. 2 juveniles from Camden, 16 and 17 years old, and 19-year-old Wesley Hunter from Cherry Hill. Hunter had outstanding warrants and was turned over to Camden County Police. The juveniles were released to their parents, who were also charged with failure to supervise their child.
If somebody came to my house and said my kids did something wrong, I would take responsibility. Absolutely. These parents need to take responsibility.
The police.
Yeah, but you not a Shaniqua, man. You might be a stand-up guy, but most people are gonna have a problem with this, but I love it. I love it. You got to be vigilant. Force these motherfuckers to be vigilant when it comes to keeping their kids out of trouble. But I work 3 jobs. Hey, man, you got to figure something out. You better figure something out. But his dad's not around. Hey, hey, man. I don't know what to tell you, baby. You got to figure something out.
Parents need to take responsibility.
The police chief says the charge typically involves an appearance in municipal court and likely a fine. Folks in the neighborhood say they're relieved to hear about the arrest, but are still taking precautions.
So between the dogs and the Ring camera, we just watch out for each other. You know, it's a small little neighborhood that we live in, and that's what we do.
Police are asking people to be vigilant. They're also asking people to check their vehicles for signs of burglary. Detectives have some recovered stolen items that they would like to get back to their rightful owners. Reporting in Gloucester City, New Jersey, Trish Hartman, Channel 6.
Salute. Salute. Oh, damn, they want 11 years. They want to give Diddy 11 years. Yikes. Salute. Amazing Disgrace, man. Says support due. Yeah, man. Salute to you, man.
Chief Investigative Correspondent Eric Tursky here with the latest. Good morning, Eric.
Good morning, George. Federal prosecutors say Sean Combs was violent, abusive, and unrepentant. So while Combs was acquitted of more serious charges, this morning, federal prosecutors say he still deserves at least 11 years in prison following his conviction on 2 counts of transportation for the purposes of prostitution. That is a far more severe punishment than Combs' attorneys recommend. They cast him as a reformed domestic abuser and are seeking time served, saying anything longer would amount to a perversion of justice. But prosecutors point to hotel security camera video of Combs attacking Cassie Ventura to argue Combs held all the power over people he transported while they ended up bloodied and bruised. They say the sentence should reflect Combs' decades of unchecked violence and the substantial psychological, emotional, and physical damage he has inflicted. Defense attorneys call the government's recommendation draconian, saying it amounts to verdict be damned, lock him up and throw away the key. Robin's sentencing is set for Friday.
Yes, it is. All right, Aaron, our thanks to you for your reporting.
Friday. Yikes. I know Diddy's sweating bullets right now.
Good evening. I'm Ryan Jenkins. And first tonight, TMJ4 News has learned the man arrested for shooting and killing a Canadian tourist was a DoorDash driver. Police say 35-year-old Luis Cruz Burgos was arrested when they conducted a search warrant on Cruz Court in Sheboygan last night. He's now facing a charge of first-degree reckless homicide. I have been in Sheboygan Falls reporting on this shooting since it happened on Wednesday. Tonight, the victim's family asking me to share this statement, thanking police for making an arrest and sending their appreciation to, quote, all the local businesses who have offered their services and to every person who reached out, sent a message, or held us.
This fucking guy came down for a golfing tournament and got whacked by a goddamn DoorDash driver. What the fuck?
In their prayers. They also say they're working to bring Mike's body home to Canada, which they hope to do on Monday. A newly obtained criminal complaint details the moments leading up to that shooting. Kaylee Starro went back to Sheboygan Falls today. She joins us now with a breakdown of what's in that criminal complaint and has reaction from neighbors like Carla, who are glad an arrest was made.
New video from a neighbor shows authorities entering a Sheboygan home Friday night.
Yeah, this is not going to be done in like 12 minutes.
Taking 35-year-old Luis Cruz Burgos into custody. He's the man now charged with the murder of Canadian tourist Mike Robinson in Sheboygan Falls earlier this week. When I went back to the home Saturday, a woman who said she was a relative answered the door.
No comment from you guys?
I can't say nothing right now. Neighbors tell me the family moved in about a year ago, kept to themselves, and often ordered DoorDash. Now, new court documents obtained by TMJ4 show Cruz Burgos was working a DoorDash delivery in Sheboygan Falls when he encountered Robinson and his group. Prosecutors say the group had just left a bar after celebrating a hole-in-one Robinson made earlier.
Oh, so they might have been a little saucy. White boys a little saucy. Hey there, you goddamn. Hey there, you goddamn. You goddamn immigrant. Give me my damn DoorDash, you damn immigrant. Should the goddamn go Trump, MAGA country. This is MAGA country. Get out of here, you goddamn immigrant.
Was working a DoorDash delivery in Sheboygan Falls when he encountered Robinson and his group. Prosecutors say the group had just left a bar after celebrating a hole-in-one Robinson made earlier that day. They tried to order an Uber, but there were no rides close by, so they asked Cruz Burgos for a ride back to their hotel in nearby Kohler. After being told it would be $60 per person, later described as $40 total, the group decided they would walk away. The criminal complaint says minutes later, the group with Robinson saw a car identical to Cruz Burgos's drive past and a shot was fired. Robinson died at the scene.
Hold on, man. What happened? This nigga slid on the white boys. He slid these white boys. This is how it is, though. White boys finally learning, man. It ain't over. If whatever you have an argument, you white boys have arguments, right? You white boys can have arguments and it can be over, right? It could be over. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we argue, whatever, go your fucking way, I'll go mine. Look, dude, it's over, man. Dude, it's over, okay? You go your way, I'll go mine. Nah, not with these brown people you love. Not with these brown people you love. It ain't over.
Working a DoorDash delivery in Sheboygan Falls when he encountered Robinson and his group. Prosecutors say the group had just left a bar after celebrating a hole-in-one Robinson made earlier that day. They tried to order an Uber, but there were no rides close by, so they asked Cruz Burgos for a ride back to their hotel in nearby Kohler. After being told it would be $60 per person, later described as $40 total, the group decided they would walk away. The criminal complaint
$60 per person.
No rides close by, so they asked Cruz Burgos for a ride back to their hotel in nearby Kohler. After being told it would be $60 per person, later described as $40 total.
$60 per person, later described as $40 total. Maybe he just lied. Maybe the guy's just like, maybe that's just a disputed fact between the two groups. The group probably say he charged $60 a person, and he probably saying, nah, I just charged him $40 for everybody.
The group decided they would walk away. The criminal complaint says minutes later, the group with Robinson saw a car identical to Cruz Burgos's drive past and a shot was fired. Robinson died at the scene. In that same spot Saturday, Carla Van S placed a sign at a growing memorial downtown.
It just makes me so sad. It just does. It makes me so sad.
As a lifelong Sheboygan Falls resident, she says the arrest is a step towards healing.
I want to see that person go through the system And if he is found guilty, then be held accountable. People have to be held accountable.
Court records say Cruz Burgos denies shooting anyone. I did also reach out to DoorDash. They tell me they take these allegations seriously and are urgently looking into it. In the newsroom, Kaylee Starl, TMJ4 News.
Leading us off tonight at 5, we begin with breaking news. A Sheboygan man being held on $2 million bond on charges he shot and killed a Canadian tourist in town last week for a golf outing. 35-year-old Luis Cruz Burgos is charged with killing.
How come this didn't go viral, man? Why didn't this go viral? Like Irina Savitutska. Irina Savitutska. Whack this white dude, man. Yo. You wiggity whack this white dude. He got this white dude up out of here, man. He was like, yeah, man, you know, here on Earth, we gonna no longer need your services here on Earth, man. He sent my man to the upper room, man. He came over here and just like, yo, man, white boy say something to me, I'm sending his ass to the upper room. There's a real stat. White boy, I'm sending your ass to the upper room stat. Like, seriously, man, stop playing with me. Like, on everything, stop playing with me. Damn. Damn. Yeah, he just got a hole in one, and then he got a hole in one, and then he got one hole in him. Damn. That was probably great day, man. You come down from Canada. You come to a white town for a golf tournament, hit a hole in one, celebrate with all your friends. It's a small little town, so it ain't really no Ubers. Hey, Paco, can you give us a ride back to the hotel? That'd be $60 for $60 per person. Oh man, $60 per person. Come on, man, Paco. $60 per person? That's you robbing us. Hey man, take or leave it, man. Oh, fuck off, man. Fuck off, Paco. Fuck off. All right, I show you fuck off. I show you fuck off. Damn. Chance encounter. This was a chance encounter. Well, white boy had a chance encounter with a goddamn hombrito. Got his shit pushed. Back. Got his shit pushed. Damn.
Leading us off tonight at 5, we begin with breaking news. A Sheboygan man being held on $2 million bond on charges he shot and killed a Canadian tourist in town last week for a golf outing. 35-year-old Luis Cruz Burgos is charged with killing Giovanni Mike Robinson as he and his friends walked back to their hotel early last Wednesday. 12 News' Nick Bohr live at the Sheboygan County Courthouse for us today at 5. And Nick, what do prosecutors believe led up to the shooting?
Well, according to the criminal complaint, the men in Robinson's group were unable to get an Uber ride back to their hotel from downtown Sheboygan Falls, and they tried to hire Burgos Cruz, who had just made a DoorDash delivery downtown there. From there, though, the stories diverge, with the men saying he fired a shot at them in a drive-by, and Cruz Burgos saying they were fine when he last saw them. It started as a dream vacation to Whistling Straits Golf Course and ended as Sheboygan County's first homicide of the year. 32-year-old Mike Robinson, here from Canada with family and friends, shot to death in downtown Sheboygan Falls.
I asked the court consider a $2 million cash bond.
6 days later, his accused killer is making his first court appearance. 35-year-old Luis Cruz Burgos was arrested by police at his Sheboygan home Friday. Prosecutors say the DoorDash driver fired into Robinson's group after they tried to hire him to take them from a bar back to their hotel, and he wanted too much money.
The allegations set forth in the complaint establish an extremely violent, senseless act committed by this defendant.
According to the complaint, one of the men with Robinson told police he remembered, quote, the interaction was not hostile from either side. He said another of the friends just said, quote, let's just walk home. It's dumb not to accept $40 for 5 minutes of work. Another told police approximately 2 to 3 minutes from the bar to the location of the incident, he heard one pop sound and heard Robinson say, I'm dying.
Damn, he immediately knew he was that. He hit him right in him. That was a good shot, though. This might not be a sombrero, man. This might be a whole hombrito, man. That hombrito shot one shot. White boy said, I'm dying. One shot.
2 to 3 minutes from the bar to the location of the incident, he heard one pop sound and heard Robinson say, I'm dying. According to the complaint, police have surveillance video showing a vehicle matching Cruz Burgos's leaving the scene at the moment of the shooting, but he claimed they were fine when he drove past them.
Given the level of charge and potential penalties the defendant is facing, as well as the violent nature of the allegation, bond requested by the state is within the norm of what is reasonable.
And still so many questions remain. Nick, were any of Robinson's family in court today?
They were not, though. They were allowed to join by phone if they wished. I communicated with family on Saturday who told me most of them had driven back to Toronto that day. Several of Cruz Burgos family members were in court, though, today. They said they didn't want to comment beyond saying they believe he is innocent.
All right, Nick Bohr leading us off tonight at 5. Thanks, Nick.
A domestic attack in Fayette County leaves an entire family wounded, including children. Police say the suspect ignored a PFA and stormed the home where his estranged wife and children were staying. Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Ken Rice.
And I'm Christine Sorensen. Shelley Bortz is in Red Zone Township with more from neighbors and the DA.
What happened here, neighbors tell us, was nothing short than terrifying. They say they first heard a vehicle speeding down the street here, then the sound of the back door being kicked in, and just moments later, screams from inside the home.
I am truly shocked at this.
Just after lunchtime Sunday, chaos erupted inside this Park Street home. Neighbors say they'll never forget the sound of those terrifying screams or what followed.
It's just crazy that this could happen right across the street from where I live.
5 people were stabbed. 2 were flown to trauma centers. 3 others were rushed to hospitals by ambulance. 1 more treated on the scene, shaken but alive. Prosecutors say it's a miracle no one died.
The defendant, Richard Hall, who had been recently estranged from his wife, showed up at her parents' house, attacked her, attacked his 11-year-old daughter, and his wife's parents. He's been charged with a number of different crimes, including 4 counts of attempted homicide.
Court records reveal 49-year-old Richard Hall should not have been anywhere near this house.
These are white people live here. That American flag, that rules out niggas. These are white people that live in that house. This is y'all, gliders. Gliders on the board.
Hall should not have been anywhere near this house. A protection from abuse order was in place. But according to Fayette County District Attorney Mike Abel, that didn't stop Hall from allegedly breaking down the back door of his in-laws' house and attacking his family.
She recently moved back in with her parents, and she took their 11 and 8-year-old children with her. He showed up at the house. It seems like he had some kind of conversation. She wouldn't let him in. He physically broke a window door to get into the house and then began attacking her with a knife.
Abel says it was the couple's 11-year-old daughter who did the unthinkable. She stepped in front of her mother to shield her from further attacks and was stabbed in the process. That child is now being hailed a hero.
I think that 11-year-old child saved her mother's life. And it's remarkable that we're standing here and nobody died.
As investigators continue to build their case.
So here's what probably happened. She probably was like a huge bitch, like a raging bitch during their marriage, right? And he probably put up with her shit just like she put up with his shit. They put up with each other's shit for a long time, right? And then she, left him because the woman always is the one that divorces or leaves, and took his kids. And of course, the woman, when she leaves with the kids, she gonna fucking, oh man, she using them kids as leverage. She gonna use those kids as leverage. He probably got tired of that shit and snapped.
Against Hall, the 4 survivors are left to heal, and a neighborhood is left shaken by the violence that unfolded steps from their front doors.
Horrible situation, and we're just glad that everybody came out of it the way they did. But he will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
Hall is still in the hospital from a self-inflicted stab wound. Once he is released, Abel says he will be arraigned. Reporting in Redstone Township, Fayette County, Shelley Bortz, KDKA TV News.
Salute to S-Freak. S-Freak in the building, man.
Learning new details about a fight on the University of Idaho campus on Wednesday night that left one man in critical condition.
Gliders again. Gliders again. You damn gliders.
Gram 2's Christian Garza has been following this story all day and brings us the very latest.
Today, the family of one Moscow man is trying to wrap their head around what happened on Wednesday night here on the University of Idaho campus that left their son in a medically induced coma.
He's the kind of guy that everyone loves. He's like everybody's best friend right out the gate.
A friendly face nearly unrecognizable after a fight on the University of Idaho campus almost killed him on Wednesday night.
It's a parent's worst nightmare.
After a
Damn, he got fucked up. I know Dad probably think I should have taught this motherfucker how to fight, man. Shit. I should have taught him how to fight. Fuck the violin. I told you, honey. Can those violin lessons. He need to send his ass. He need to learn. This motherfucker need to take karate classes, man. I told you, honey. You wanted him to play the violin. Who the fuck plays the violin nowadays? Shit. He got fucked up. He got his ass whooped, man. I will stab the shit out you before you hit me, before you whip my ass like that. I'll fucking cut your ass. I will cut you. Jeez.
Coma.
He's the kind of guy that everyone loves. He's like everybody's best friend right out the gate.
A friendly face nearly unrecognizable after a fight on the University of Idaho campus almost killed him on Wednesday night.
It's a parent's worst nightmare.
It is. It's the last call any parent wants to get.
His parents, Adam and Amy Dawson, say, in fact, at one point, it did.
I immediately dropped him to my knees and prayed right by his bedside because, like, I don't want my boy to die.
The man has been identified as Austin Dawson, a 26-year-old DoorDash driver. Video taken that night shows Dawson.
Oh, shit. Austin Dawson, a 26-year-old DoorDash drivers are fucking nuts out here, man. Yo, DoorDash getting a bad name, man. That DoorDash driver in Sheboygan. Now this, I wonder if this is a person of color, man. I thought it was a white boy because it's the University of Idaho, but now it's a DoorDash driver, so it could be a person of color.
Austin Dawson, a 26-year-old DoorDash driver. Video taken that night shows Dawson getting into a fight with a member of the Phi Delta Theta fraternity on campus. Moments later, you see a group of people rushing to help.
Thank God for them and thank you. Come and help our son.
According to a press release from the Moscow Police Department.
Yeah, but when white people help, they don't really help. Press 1. Like you still getting the shit kicked out you. White people just standing around like, stop. White people don't really help. You know what I'm saying? Like remember Rajah Jackson? Remember the Rampage Jackson's son when he was beating that white dude? All the white people was just like, you want to stop, man? He just, dude, not he just keep hitting. Like white people don't really help you, man. They kind of like just make their presence known. Like they could have ran over there and he could have like got hit another 100 times while all those white people were standing there, especially if he was a nigga or Spanish or amigo or a goddamn hombrito. If he was a son man or an hombrito that was beating the shit out that white boy, then what? He could have hit that white boy another 100 times after all those people showed up. Press 1. Now you rather have white people, like if you need life-saving treatment or first aid, you want white people. But if you want a fight broken up, somebody jumping on you, you need black people around.
A 26-year-old DoorDash driver. Video taken that night shows Dawson getting into a fight with a member of the Phi Delta Theta fraternity on campus. Moments later, you see a group of people rushing to help.
Thank God for them and thank you. Come and help our son.
According to a press release from the Moscow Police Department, the fight started just before 9 p.m. Dawson's family says his injuries were so extensive, he was life-flighted to Lewiston, where he remains in a...
See, I told you. That don't look like no extensive injuries before the fight. Like, look at them fighting. They both on their feet. They throwing the dukes.
In that night shows Dawson getting into a fight with a member of the Phi Delta Theta fraternity on campus. Moments later, you see a...
Yeah, he was fine until all those white people came over there and watched him get his fucking head kicked in. Those white people probably watched him get kicked in his head 1,000 times. And I was like, all right, dude, come on, that's enough, man. Press 1.
Started just before 9 p.m. Dawson's family says his injuries were so extensive, he was life-flighted to Lewiston, where he remains in a medically induced coma.
We just want him to live, man. I just want my boy to live.
The Moscow Police Department also went on to clarify what they call misinformation about the incident, discussing everything from the amount of people involved in the fight to warning the community to stay out of the investigation in their most recent press release. The Phi Delta Theta General Headquarters released a statement about the incident, saying in part, the individual involved has been removed from membership and the fraternity is working with the chapter to investigate the circumstances surrounding the incident and determine next steps. As Austin fights for his life, his parents say due to the extent of his injuries to his brain, they can't touch him or even talk to him. The Dawsons say the silver lining at this very moment is that doctors are telling them Austin is stable.
This is the worst thing besides them dying, this is next to that. That's the only thing after that. And it's the worst thing you could ever have happen to you as a parent. It's debilitating and scary.
The Moscow Police Department says this is an ongoing investigation and asked that if anybody has any videos or information about what happened here last night to give them a call. We have that number listed up on our website, krem.com. In Moscow, Christian Garza.
Salute to Mike Amin, man. He says, good morning, Akintunde. Salute from Tampa. Tampa in the building. All right, let's see what's happening here, man. This is viral. I think this is going viral. Let me see. Is this going viral? Not quite. Not quite yet. Oh, yeah, it's going a little viral. So I don't know. It's at a bar.
Sure.
That's the bouncer. This is the bouncer. He's telling them to leave.
Sure. And good night. Good night. And set the side con. You're done for.
He tapped. Did you see him tap? Did you see him tap? He thought he was in the ring. White boy thought he was in the ring. He thought he could tap and the dude was going to let him go. Watch him tap, yo.
And good night. Good night. And set the side con. You're done.
You see him tap. Watch him tap, yo.
Set the side con. You're done for. And set the side con. And set the side con. And set the side.
Nah, this ain't in the ring, man. 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 Nigga gonna kill your ass in real life. Nigga gonna kill you if he get a chokehold on you in real life. Nigga gonna kill you. I promise you.
God, you're done for. He's turning big. My God. He tapped. He tapped. Let him go. Let him go.
Yo, chill out. Well, the white people ain't helping. Why the white people? He's dying. Yo, this kid is literally dying. He can't talk. This kid can't talk. He can't talk. He's not like, get on me. He can't talk. That's how, and the white people just gonna let him die. The white people just sitting there watching. I'm telling you, man, white people would not help you if a person of color is attacking you. If a person of color, if you was choking a nigga like that in front of a bunch of niggas, I don't care if you was a cop. Press 1. I don't care if you was a cop and you was, listen, if you was a cop and you had a nigga on the ground trying to put some handcuffs on him and it was a bunch of black people around, they not letting that, they gonna help. Press 1. That kid is dying, man. He can't even talk. And then he put his head through a windshield. and he's squeezing hard. Like that black dude is strong.
Okay, that's not gonna happen.
Yo, chill out. Good, lucky this dude was here. Lucky that dude was there. He saved his life. He saved his life.
Sure. Sure.
That was a nice little move, though. I ain't gonna lie. The way he slipped him into that chokehold was, that was some Krav Maga shit. This dude, this black dude knows some techniques. He took his arm to let the white dude push him with his right arm. He weaved it and went straight, and then wrapped him up like a python. Yo, that shit was that black dude knows some stuff though. He knows some kind of Krav Maga or jiu-jitsu or something. He said, "You think gliders respect authority too much to jump in?" Shit, they wouldn't have jumped in even if it was a random Sunman. It was a random Sunman. They had nothing to do with that guy being a bouncer. They wouldn't. White people would have watched him get. But if that other security guard didn't jump in, those white people would have watched that dude die. Press 1 if you familiar with this channel. We've seen plenty of this stuff, man. White people will watch you die at the hands of a person of color, even if they outnumber you 1,000 to 1. So it says, domestic dispute turns into a drunk block party as random strangers crash NYPD call. NYPD officers thought they were walking into your standard domestic violence call. 2 people yelling at each other. Cops step in. Situation handled. Instead, it turned into an open mic night for chaos. Random strangers started wandering up like it was a block party, shouting at cops and getting in on the drama. And just when things couldn't get any weirder, the couple at the center of it all suddenly teamed up with the hecklers like they just discovered new best friends. The whole scene quickly devolved into drunk karaoke without the karaoke machines. Oh yeah, I can't. Oh, it says for licensing email. I ain't watching that shit. They been giving me too many strikes, man. Holy shit. 3 men in polyamorous relationship have adopted a 3-year-old girl in Canada.
For the last 7 years, Jonathan Bédard, Eric Leblanc, and Justin Maheu have been waiting to become parents together, something that officially happened yesterday.
She's perfect, of course. Like any, she's curious, she's energetic, she loves to play, she loves to jump, she loves to dance.
They adopted their 3-year-old through Quebec's Youth Protection Services, but first had to be approved as foster parents, something that required a lot of work and openness, they say, to their relationship.
We had a lot of things to go through in order to be able to have that accreditation.
Yo. 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 Shout out to How Dare You. He said, salute Rock Nation. Shout out to you, man. Salute to you, How Dare You. You said, what is this? What do you mean, what is this? This is the Western world, man. This is the West. Whew. What is this? Yikes. Yikes, man. I don't know if I'm okay with this, man. Y'all can do y'all thing and live y'all life. Man, I don't give a shit. I don't have to know about it, man. Y'all work it out. But adopting kids? Are you fucking kidding me?
She loves to play, she loves to jump, she loves to dance.
They adopted their 3-year-old through Quebec's Youth Protection Services, but first had to be approved as foster parents, something that required a lot of work and openness, they say, to their relationship.
We had a lot of things to go through in order to be able to have that accreditation. And it's through that process that they learned that we are a little different because we're 3, but we're not different from any other family.
Some other Canadian provinces, including Ontario and British Columbia, legally recognize more than 2 parents. Quebec does not. Last April, a Quebec Superior Court judge ruled the government has a year to modify the civil code to allow a child to have more than 2 recognized parents, saying the current situation is unconstitutional and violates the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms since it discriminates against different families.
Yeah, everything ain't for everybody. That's one thing about equality. Equality, there's no such thing as equality. Everybody can't do everything. Okay? Soon you're going to be letting inmates adopt kids. Dudes are going to be in prison and shit, or women going to be in prison, and they're going to let them adopt kids. And let the kid get to live in the cell with their fucking like, nah, man. Everybody don't get to have everything, man.
Models. Quebec is appealing the decision. The Justice Ministry declined our request for an interview, saying they won't comment since the matter is in court.
We think that either way, it might go all the way to the Supreme Court. Yeah. But we're saddened from the fact that we're not backed by our own government, which is supposed to be an open government that wants to help every single family.
Well, the law
see, an open government that wants to help every single family. Nah, you can't help everybody with everything. That's the shit. That's the problem with the West. Everybody, everything equal. No. Life's not like that. The jungle's not like that.
Recognized all 3 as parents. They say they're sharing the responsibilities equally and doing whatever they can to create a stable home and secure future for their.
Yo, that's so fucking weird, man. Who gets the child if they break up? Who gets the child? Mom, dad, and they dad. Mom, dad, and them dad. Them meta parent. Whatever the fuck. I don't know what the fuck. Fuck.
Daughter.
We talk about what come up if we split up or if someone dies and stuff like that. We do anticipate those things because we have to, because we're not protected if it doesn't.
And after what it has taken to get here, they're enjoying this moment.
We are lucky to be 3 to give her all that support, but I think we're the lucky ones to have her in our life.
Denise Roberts, CTV.
She not lucky to have y'all in there. She better off in the fucking at the orphanage, man. She better off at the puppy pound. Seriously, man. She was better off at the puppy pound, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
All right, so look, now my kids wanted donuts today, so we came. We finna sit down.
Look, she wearing a dildo, a strap on. She wearing a strap on. Y'all ain't know that they wear strap-ons. That shit is crazy. The Dykes, man. Salute to how dare you, man. That shit crazy, man.
All right, so look, now my kids wanted.
Even niggas shit don't be like that. Like they do too much. A nigga shit when your shit on the soft, man, your shit don't they walk around with a strap. They trying to be men, but it's like they doing too much. Like that shit is obscene, man. That's like a nigga walking around with his dick hard all day and shit. That's literally what they doing. It's like a nigga walking around with his dick hard all day. Just for no reason. That shit is obscene for children. Like, if she around children, it's another thing, just like the white dudes. Like, that's inappropriate to be around children with basically your dick hard all day. Just all day. At 60 minutes an hour, 24 hours a day, you walk around with a hard dick around a bunch of children. That shit is not cool, man. Cause I'm a man and I don't know about y'all, but my shit don't be hard all day. I know when I was in high school or something, you know, my shit would just randomly spring up and shit out of nowhere, like bing, like what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But just all day, like 24/7, your shit just rock hard, bulging, and you around children who are waist high. Most of the children are waist high. They got a hard dick in their face all day. That shit is weird, man. That shit is weird. Yeah, if a man like took some like Viagra and shit and just had his shit all day, he just walking around with his shit just rock hard in his pants and shit all day, showing up to pick his kids up from school, shit just bulging out, walking around everywhere with his kids with his shit just sticking out. People be like, that's weird. Nah,
All right, so look, y'all, my kids wanted donuts today, so we came. We finna sit down in front of us, and we finna enjoy our donuts. Open the box. I want to do this one on one. Come on, man. You got a donut? Everybody get their donut. Yeah. That bit good. This shit good for real. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, whatever my kids want, that's what they gonna get. They want to sit in here and eat donuts. That's what they got. You feel me? Yeah. Y'all enjoying yourself? Let them know. Food stuff gonna get you right every time. What y'all did? Bought us some donuts, man. Y'all fuck with us though. Say hi to the people. Say hi, guys. Say hi. All right. All right. Y'all want more donuts? Who want the last one? All right. All right. So look.
That shit is debaucherous, man. This is debauchery. Yeah, this is. Jeez. Damn.
That mother beaten so badly, her hair was ripped out and her teeth were chipped.
Tonight, the call for help and what police saw when they got there. News 4's Becca Thompson is at Oak Tree tonight.
A woman's frantic call for help, claiming her son was attacking her.
Edmond Allen, what's the location of your emergency?
Yes, I'm at Oak Tree. I need help. My son is attacking me.
Okay, are you able to separate from him currently?
No, he won't get out of my car. I don't want to leave it.
Edmond police officers rushing to the Oak Tree Country Club in Edmond.
Ma'am, are you able to separate from him?
The 74-year-old woman on the line telling dispatchers her son, 48-year-old Donald Chadwell, was pulling her hair and slamming her head into the dashboard of her car in the parking lot of the country club.
Hello?
Hi,
Quick,
ma'am.
get the police here immediately.
Hi, ma'am. They're on the way. I just have to ask you a few questions.
My God, he's trying to steal my car. He set my hair on fire. A witness seeing things unfold, also dialing 911, urging officers to get there as soon as possible.
So there's a car in front of me, and a woman is screaming, and a man is like assaulting her, and she's screaming for help. Oh God, now he's like beating her up. Okay, I don't know what he's doing. Okay, so you got to hurry up. He's got her like in a chokehold now and stuff like. Ma'am, you got to get somebody over here.
In a police report, officers found the victim visibly shaken with a chipped tooth, and they saw a clump of her hair on the passenger side seat. When authorities caught up with Chadwell, he said his mom had stolen his car.
I'm just trying to get to work from A to B. That's it.
Subject
Man, I just try to work.
Cleveland County,
Go to work.
possessing
That's all I'm
stolen
trying to
vehicle.
do.
623
She
Cleveland County.
stole the car that I had.
The victim explaining she was trying to prevent Chadwell from drinking and driving. As to claims he was trying to burn her hair, police say he was holding a blue lighter.
Don, if you'll turn around for me. I'm just keeping it real with you. You're going to be under arrest for domestic incident, okay?
Yes, sir.
In Edmond, Mecca Thompson, Oklahoma's News 4.
Man, okay, Mecca. Donald Chadwell has not posted bond. Edmond police say some kind of charges will be filed.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Where did I go? I had to go upstairs and take care of some things, man. That's where Ak went, man. Ak is back though.
Big Story United 9, she came in contact with pure evil. That's how a sexual assault survivor describes her experience with 17-year-old Tremonte Kirk.
Kirk is charged with second.
Tremonte. Tremonte. We are in the building. Tremonte. Jeez. Tremonte. Fuck. Tremonte. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, man. Tremonte.
Big Story United 9, she came in contact with pure evil. That's how a sexual assault survivor describes her experience with 17-year-old Tremonte Kirk.
Kirk is charged with second-degree sexual assault and use of force. He pleaded guilty on Wednesday. Christina Van Zyl spoke with the survivor who says her fight for justice is far from over. She joins us from the newsroom. Christina?
Ted, Milwaukee County prosecutors describe Kirk as a serial rapist. That's why the woman he assaulted says she worries for the women in the community if he doesn't get the maximum sentence.
When you look at his record, he's not learned from any lesson.
17-year-old Tremonte Kirk sits in front of a judge Wednesday where he pled guilty.
Wearing glasses and shit. Slick ass nigga throwing some glasses, try to influence the judge or the jury. Yeah, you know, I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd that's being framed. I think niggas, it should be a law. Whatever you did the crime in, that's how you got to dress in court. You got to dress in court in whatever you did the crime in. If your pants were sagging and you had a hoodie on, you got to come to court every day with sagging pants and a hoodie. Don't be trying to come in there with a suit and glasses, try to act like you somebody different than who did the crime. Nah, you did that shit, nigga.
2 counts of second-degree sexual assault and 1 count of aggravated battery.
He did it. He knows he did it.
54-year-old Charlotte Nozar calls herself a survivor. Prosecutors say Kirk raped her in the elevator of her apartment in December. Nozar suspected she wasn't the only one.
See, I told y'all from jump that there were more out there.
Wednesday, she learned she was right. Another victim sat in court.
A couple weeks ago, I was notified by Milwaukee police that there was a DNA hit related to a report made in October of last year. That incident involves a victim.
Fox 6 first talked with Nozar in May when she was in court for Kirk's preliminary hearing.
I had to let go of the hate and the anger.
Nozar says she's grateful to be spared a trial, but her fight isn't over.
I'm planning on going in there with both barrels blazing and advocating for the maximum sentence on all charges to run consecutively.
It's the 4th time Kirk is charged with sexual assault. Prosecutors say he was
on the streets. And he was on the streets, man. Hit the like button, support the channel, take the $5 to $10 to $20 challenge. Listen, man. Crime is how can crime be down when this nigga's on the streets? Or was on the streets? How could crime be down when, and we know there's other ones like him on the streets? Crime can't be down until the laws change. It's impossible for crime to be down until the laws change. Press 1. How can crime ever be down until you change the laws? You reverse 2020. Until you completely reverse everything that the Democrats did in 2020, how could crime possibly be down? Because if he's just raping people, how do you get charged with rape 4 times? I mean, you were charged once, they let you go. You were charged the second time, they let you go. He's 17. So don't tell me, oh, well, he probably did some time. He's 17.
That incident involves a victim.
Fox 6 first talked with Nozar in May when she was in court for Kirk's preliminary hearing.
I had to let go of the hate and the anger.
Nozar says she's grateful to be spared a trial, but her fight isn't over.
I'm planning on going in there with both barrels blazing and advocating for the maximum sentence on all charges to run consecutively.
It's the 4th time Kirk is charged with sexual assault. Prosecutors say he was on GPS monitoring when he assaulted Nozar. Court records.
So he was on GPS monitoring for another assault when he assaulted her. And he's a big dude. Look at them feet. He at least 6'1", 6'2", something like that. It's insane.
He assaulted Nozar. Court records show Kirk was previously found guilty in juvenile court of sexually assaulting 3 other women, including an elderly woman. Wednesday, the court ordered a pre-sentence investigation of Kirk's juvenile record.
I am grateful because that just adds a more rounded picture of his history and what this kid is capable of.
Kirk's sentencing is scheduled for November 11th, and Nozar says she will be making a victim impact statement there. Back to you.
The fact that he would do that while on GPS monitoring, which can tie him to the scene, like, that makes him dangerous, because if he's more likely to kill the person, because if the person can go to police, all they have to do is check his ankle monitor and say, okay, you on the scene. He's more likely to kill the person so that they can't go to the police, because he got a GPS.
Christina, I should point out for our viewers, it's very unusual for our newsroom or any newsroom to identify victims of sexual assault, but she wanted to go on the record. She wanted to show her face and her name to say.
That's a very brave woman, man. This woman right here, she's a very brave woman, because she put him on blast. Because when you got a face to it, and I'm not knocking anybody who doesn't want to put their face on it, because it's very embarrassing and it's very personal. I'm not knocking anybody who doesn't want to put their face on it. You know what I'm saying? Shit. But what this do, it lets you know, like, damn, this nigga raped 55-year-old woman like that. It give you more. It lets you know it was a person there, like it was a real person there in your mind, your psyche.
Kirk's sentencing is scheduled for November 11th, and Nozar says she will be making a victim impact statement there. Back to you.
Christina, I should point out for our viewers, it's very unusual for our newsroom or any newsroom to identify victims of sexual assault, but she wanted to go on the record. She wanted to show her face and her name to say, this is not going to beat me.
She did, and that's why we spoke to her back in May, and even Wednesday in court, you heard the
a Milwaukee County massage therapist charged with sexually assaulting clients.
And it's not the first time he's been accused and
Milwaukee County, Milwaukee is off the chain, yo. Between the driving, they hit and run, like the niggas up there are just insane on the road. Hit and runs like crazy. Man, listen. Hit and runs. Dog. It's insane, man. It's bad up there, man.
Convicted before. Stephanie Quirk joining us in the studio with what she's been able to uncover.
Yeah, prosecutors charged DeAndre Lewis back in July of this year, and they say he was taking clients at Infinity Massage and Bodywork despite his license being suspended a year prior. So how was he practicing? Well, turns out he was involved in the ownership. It was back in August of 2023 when investigators say a man came forward to report what he called a, quote, violating experience at Infinity Massage and Body.
A man?
A man came forward to report what he called a, quote, violating experience at Infinity Massage and Body Works in Wauwatosa. A service that's supposed to make people feel relaxed, but did anything but that. Prosecutors say 2 years ago, DeAndre Lewis, a massage therapist, sexually assaulted that man. He was...
He look Caribbean though. He look Caribbean. He look Caribbean though. He don't look like a FBA. He look like a Caribbean something, man. From like Grenada or some shit, or probably like fucking Dominican Republic or some shit. He could be one of them little islands out there. Or South America or some shit. A little zesty. You say he look a little zesty. Jesus Christ. Just a little bit. Yo, if I was getting a massage, man, dude, man, and listen, man, I remember my wife got us some massages, and we went on our honeymoon, and then she got me a massage. Well, it was women though. It was women. I don't want no massage unless I'm like an athlete or something, and like the athletic trainer for the team is a man. Still, I would just be like, I'd be like, still, like, I know men's hands are stronger and they can get deeper into the tissue. Pause. Men can get deeper and deeper into the tissue. And they can rub out those knots deep inside of you. But nah, man. Pause. I take them little soft female hands, man. Fuck that, bitch. You got to use your elbow or something. Bitch, use your elbow. Fuck that. Yeah, bitch, jump off the top rope and just Yeah, man. Fuck that. Yeah, man. Salute, man. All the links in the description box, man. All the links in the description box. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man. Whew. Yeah, stand on my back. Fuck that. Stand on it. Man, that nigga zesty, boy. Nigga got contacts and everything.
Prosecutors say 2 years ago, DeAndre Lewis, a massage therapist, sexually assaulted that man. He was charged with 4th-degree sexual assault and then convicted on a knockdown misdemeanor charge a year later. His license was also suspended. In September of last year, he went before the licensing committee.
Holy moly. Holy moly. Whoever said a little zesty, man. Whoever said a little zesty, I'm looking at you suspect now, man. I'm looking at you sideways, man. Take the $10, the $5, the $20 challenge. Support the channel, man. Salute, man. Yo, you yo, a little zesty. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a teensy bit zesty. Just a teensy bit zesty. You know. Oh my God, man. Yo, you see, only way I can say maybe dude was lying on his back with his head through the hole. You know they got the hole in the it's a hole on the little bed, on the little where you stick your head in there. You gotta raise up. When you hear the dude coming in the room, you gotta raise up and look back. So you can see who coming in the room, man. Dude probably just was like, all right, you know, he probably was in his zone, had his head in the little hole, and ain't look back. Dude, he ain't look back to see who was coming in the room. Because if you'd have looked back, you'd be like, oh shit, what the fuck? You're like, what the fuck is this? Oh goddamn, 3 snaps in a circle. What's them? Remember Living Color? 3 snaps in a circle. Hated it. Yeah, you hated that massage too. I'd have been like, I'd have heard that door creak. Once that door would have creaked, I'd have been like, oh, damn, man. Shit. Hey, God damn, look at the time. Yo, man, why you late, man? I got stuff to do, man. You late. I thought you was gonna be here earlier, man. I got stuff to do, man. I'm rescheduled, man. I'm out of here, man. You late, man. I got out of there, man. Fuck that. That nigga fruity, boy. Yeah, man. Always look. Always look. When you hear that door creak at the massage, when you at the massage parlor, you hear that door creak. Always look back, man. Always look back, man. You sitting there ass naked, man, with a towel over your ass. You better how you laying down naked on your stomach with a towel over your ass, and somebody walk in the room and you ain't gonna look back at least to see who it is. What was that fat lady eating the donuts with her kids at the supermarket? You've been real trouble then. Press 1. Shit. You've been a whole lot of trouble there. Hey, man. See, I would have been able to tell by his footsteps. He got little dainty footsteps. He probably his feet don't doom doom doom. His feet probably go. You're like, what the fuck? Oh, this must be a broad. And then I would have been like, oh yeah, this is a broad. Let me go see what this broad look like, man. So I got some fantasies in my head. And I'll turn around. Oh, what the fuck? I'd have spent right off that bed. Yeah, he prancing around.
In Milwaukee for a renewal at the 3rd Ward location of Infinity Massage and Body Work. The committee put the matter on hold despite having a suspended.
Yo. Yo. That is even raise his hand zesty, man. He got zesty hand raised, man. How your hand raised zesty, man? Yo, come on, dog. Yo. That is a high. Yo.
And body work. The committee put the matter on hold. Despite having a suspended license, investigators say he didn't stop taking clients or taking advantage of them. Fast forward to July 2025, prosecutors charged Lewis for sexually assaulting clients while working as a massage therapist at the same business. Turns out he was involved in the ownership of that business, along with a man named Miles.
Yo, Miles zesty too, yo. Yo, you got two zesty dudes owning a massage parlor, man. Living out their fantasies and shit. What the fuck?
Therapist at the same business. Turns out he was involved in the ownership of that business, along with a man named Miles. State records show the business transferred back and forth between the two men between 2023 and 2025. We called the business
At this time, nobody
and the owner. And Lewis. No one answered or returned our calls.
We also did reach out to Lewis's attorney, but did not hear back. Investigators say Lewis was the subject of 5 other criminal investigations related.
Jeez. Ain't nobody whack him out yet, man. Ah, man. Somebody would have killed somebody. He must have been in a good neighborhood. These are white people. Press 1. He was doing this to white people. He was doing this to white guys.
We also did reach out to Lewis's attorney, but did not hear back. Investigators say Lewis was the subject of 5 other criminal investigations related to sexual assault involving clients starting back in 2018. He's due back in court for a pretrial hearing this December. Ted?
Stephanie Quirk reporting. Thank you.
Shit. That nigga wouldn't have made it in the Sun community doing that many times. Without at least getting beat up or something. Jeez.
And our big story tonight at 9, the Milwaukee teen missing for more than a month, found shot to death, and the accused killer, her boyfriend.
He made his first appearance in court today. Fox 6's Bria Jones is here with the key evidence detectives say points to him. Bria?
That's right, Ted. Investigators say the suspect in this case changed his story multiple times, but what's consistent, timestamp surveillance videos.
Damn, Bria looking good, man. Yeah, Bria, man. She looked like she dropped about a couple ounces, man. Bria done lost a couple ounces. Press 1, man. She done lost a couple ounces, man. He said she came back to wait. Oh, man. No, I thought getting her out of Memphis, man, was going, because the food too good. Memphis got that barbecue. They got that soul food down there. I thought getting her away from Memphis would help her out with that. You know what I'm saying? I thought if we got her out of Memphis, now she in Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying? I guess them Polish sausages are real good up in Milwaukee, man. Them bratwursts, man. All that cheese, man. Eating a lot of cheese, man. Damn. Yeah. Take the $10 challenge, the $20 challenge, the $30 challenge, the $40 challenge. Support the channel. Yo, damn, Bria. You might have to send her to like goddamn. I don't know. You might have to send her out to goddamn. Shit. I heard the people real slim in like Norway or some shit. Like up there in Scandinavia, the people are real slim up there in Scandinavia, man. We might have to send Bria abroad, man. You gonna send Bria abroad, man. Send her to Africa. Send her to a remote village and shit in Africa. Yeah, Brees. We're gonna send you to we're gonna send you on what they call that shit? Send you on yeah, let you do some documentary, man. Over there in Africa, man. Live in bed, yeah, her embed her with a tribe in the jungle, man. Embed Bria with a tribe. Let her live in a tribe in a goddamn. Let her live with some Inuits, man. Let her live. Send her ass to goddamn the Yukon and shit with some Inuits. All she eat is fish all day, man. Just fish and water all day. Mosquito patties, shit. Send Bria over there, man. Shit, that'll cure this. That'll cure the mosquito problem. That's a good idea, man. Win-win situation. Bria go over there to the African village. She and eat mosquito patties, and the Africans get to cure their mosquito problem. You know what I mean? The mosquito population going down, Jack. The mosquito population is going to go down immediately. He said dirt cookies. Send her to Haiti. Eat some dirt cookies. It's gonna be a big ass hole in the ground. It's gonna look like a meteor hit that. It's gonna look like a meteor hit over there, man. If you send her to Haiti to eat some dirt cookies, scientists are gonna be like, we found a hole that killed the dinosaurs. Here's the meteor site that killed the dinosaurs, yo. Is in Haiti, yo. It was in Haiti all this time. Yo, damn, Bria.
And our big story tonight at 9, the Milwaukee teen missing for more than a month, found shot to death, and the accused killer, her boyfriend.
He made his first appearance in court today. Fox 6's Bria Jones is here with the key evidence detectives say points to him. Bria?
That's right, Ted. Investigators say the suspect in this case changed his story multiple times, but what's consistent, timestamp surveillance videos pulled from a county bus passing by at the time of the shooting.
No matter what happened, this is a tragedy.
In court for the first time, 17-year-old Javier Smith.
But he's a very young man. He has no record whatsoever.
That's an Hombrito, man. This going on the Hombrito board. Javier? Nah, that's this Hombrito, man. Well, congratulations, Hombritos. Y'all on the board again, man. Salute to Hombritos out here whacking the shit, man.
Court for the first time, 17-year-old Javier Smith.
But he's a very young man. He has no record whatsoever, violent or otherwise.
Until now, he's accused of killing his 15-year-old girlfriend, Azoria Jones.
They're very serious. She got shot.
Damn, he whacked Azoria Jones, man. Damn, Azoria. R.I.P., man.
Very serious. She got shot. I want to trust sufficiently enough to kill her.
The shooting happened near 76 in Silver Spring around 10:30 p.m. on September 21st. Detectives say Jones was found bleeding out on the sidewalk. Witnesses told police they heard a shot and saw a male running away. Prosecutors say that was Smith.
The defendant first denied entirely that he shot her, eventually admitted he did.
According to the criminal complaint, Smith told officers he saw someone he recognized in a car and thought the person was going to, quote, bust it down, so he put his gun under his arm and it went off. However, detectives say Smith told officers he saw someone he recognized in a car and thought the person was going to, quote, bust it down, so he put his gun under his arm and it went off. However, detectives say MCTS bus video that captured the shooting does not show the car Smith described.
It's clear that this was an accident. This was not anything he meant to have happen.
Because if this was in fact an accident and he made a mistake and shot his girlfriend, then you don't leave her side.
Instead, police say he ran to his grandma.
Shit. That ain't true. If you were the son, man, he accidentally shoot your ass. A top-notch son, man. I'm talking about like salt of the earth, street son, man. If they got a car, they'll drive you to the hospital and drop you off, and then push you out the car in the emergency room and speed off. Like, I'm talking about like a salt of the earth street nigga. They'll drive you down to the hospital, push you out the car right at the emergency room, and then speed off. And he don't look like no salt of the earth son, man. Plus, I don't know if he had a car. And that's if you did it by accident. But we know he didn't.
And he made a mistake and shot his girlfriend, then you don't leave her side.
Instead, police say he ran to his grandmother's house and told her someone else had shot Jones. He was arrested 2 days later at his aunt's house.
I know people are going to say, he's young, he panicked, he didn't know what to do. That's what you got to live with, though, after you make those decisions.
Detectives say Smith also admitted to getting rid of the gun, but gave different stories about where he put it. Smith is charged with first-degree reckless homicide and possession of a dangerous weapon under 18. His bond has been set at $100,000 cash.
Damn, that's it? So, Milwaukee is another city that I think Trump need to go to, man.
Impacted by senseless gun violence in the city.
Cleveland is the city where we come from. So ride. Shout out to my man Nate Ways in the building. Nate Ways, aka Ricky Henderson, in the ball rolling. He's that like button, folks. Yeah, man. All you, no matter what race you are, hit the like button, man. Looking for 10 people to share this too, man. East 99 is where you find me, clocking that G thing, man. In the city where I come from. So ride. So ride.
Impacted by senseless gun violence in the city. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Chris Fry. Family, friends, and classmates of a teen shot and killed are remembering him tonight. Caitlin McCarthy shares what this young man's life meant to those who knew him.
He was full of life.
He was great. Biggest heart. He was one of a kind. Anais was, he told you he loves you, he loves you. He got you.
Wow.
He was great. Biggest heart. He was one of a kind. Anais was, he told you he loves you, he loves you. He got you, he got you. He was rare.
Susan Manano is gripping with the loss of her nephew, Anais Paradiso. She says the 16-year-old loved basketball.
Son Brito, man. Goddamn son Brito.
Rapping and hanging out with his friends. Parma.
Whatin? Hold on. He like whatin? What did he like?
Paradiso. She says the 16-year-old loved basketball, rapping and hanging out with his friends.
Rapping. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Rappers. A lot of violence surrounding rap with these young ethnics. That's a red flag, man. That's a red flag. When they got anything to do with rapping, that's a big red flag.
Parma City Schools tells us he was a student at Valley Forge High School.
It's been hard. I mean, we already lost his mom, and now we lose him. And it's just, we're missing a big part of us.
His family and friends holding a balloon release.
They literally playing DMX. They literally playing DMX at his fucking vigil. They're playing fucking DMX at his vigil.
We're missing a big part of us.
His family and friends holding a balloon release where he lost his life early Sunday morning. Cleveland police responded near West 130th and Lorraine just after midnight for reportedly a group fighting and arguing. Anais was hit by gunfire that erupted. Investigators say they later learned this unfolded during a party at a short-term rental. Manano holds Anais's memory.
Airbnb. You got rappers. You got Airbnb. Oh shit. That's a lot of factors, man.
Very close to her heart.
I was just blessed to have him, watch him grow. That's all I can keep with me is the memories and times I shared with him.
His loved ones now hope to find justice for him.
We need to find the person who did it because this isn't right. He should be here. We shouldn't be doing this. He should be going to school tomorrow, be ready, prom, wedding, kids. And it's not going to happen anymore.
Cleveland police tell us they have arrested an 18-year-old man on a pending charge of obstruction. The shooting remains under investigation. Reporting in Cleveland, Caitlin McCarthy, 19 News.
Caitlin McCarthy.
Scary scene near an elementary school this morning. 2 people shot. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Brian Duffy.
And I'm Nicole Versansky. So the man and the woman who were shot, they're fighting for their lives. 19 News, you're first on the scene.
Now, first at 4, Harry Boomer now with the very latest on this investigation. Harry.
Well, guys, when police got a call, a 911 call about a shooting here at this house, about shots being fired here on Washington Street, they got here a few minutes later. They saw the glass in the front door was broken, and when they went inside, they found 2 gunshot victims inside. A person living near this house on Washington Street and Cowles Avenue in Bedford told me off camera that he heard 4 shots. Bedford police tells 19 News 2 people were shot by someone they knew, but officers wouldn't say how they knew each other. The Bedford Fire Department says the man and woman were critically hurt. They were taken to Metro Health Medical Center. A short time later, the suspect was tracked down and arrested outside a local business on Broadway Avenue, not far from the shooting incident. Another person living in the community told me off camera that he saw the suspect pacing with a bloody forehead and that he saw him toss something away. The suspect about what led up to the shootings, Chief Michael Stask says he will update us when more information becomes available. When he tells us, of course, we will tell you on air on 19 News Plus. In Bedford, Harry Boomer, 19 News.
Wow. A lot of crime going on, man. Let's see.
Developing tonight, a Rolex robbery in Sherman Oaks. A man robbed of his watch while pumping gas.
Yes, it happened during rush hour yesterday, right off Ventura Boulevard. KKL News reporter Zach Boeto is live with video of the crime. Zach?
Pat Rudabay, good evening. LAPD still searching for these three suspects who were seen pulling into this Sherman Oaks gas station here on Van Nuys and Ventura Boulevard, grabbing the victim while he was pumping gas, stealing his watch, and taking off.
Three guys attacking one gentleman, and looks like they're stealing his watch.
New security video shows three suspects jumping out of a black car and tackling a man to the ground as he pumps gas in Sherman Oaks. The suspects wrestling for the man's Rolex, then snatching the watch and speeding off.
That's really messed up that happened and stuff. People work hard for their stuff.
It's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. It's scary.
LAPD says this all happened just after 5 o'clock Thursday night near the intersection of Van Nuys and Ventura Boulevard, right across the street from a watch repair shop where the owner of 34 years says he's beginning to see these types of watch robberies happen more often.
They're not afraid. They're just in broad daylight. Some guys are either desperate or out of control.
Just a few doors down, workers at a Sherman Oaks gelato shop say they've also been the target of thieves, recently stealing product and a tip jar.
He literally just, opened the freezer, took a pint, and then said a couple words to me and walked out.
LAPD says Thursday's thieves got away with the watch in a black Audi A6 or S6. The watch store owner says the value of the Rolex reported stolen can be between $5,000 and $25,000 or more. And while he says the sentimental value may be irreplaceable, it's not worth risking a life.
The life is more important than the object.
Back out here live, LAPD says those suspects used a hidden gun to coerce the victim into giving up his Rolex watch. Detectives are now searching for three men around 6 feet tall and 160 pounds, getting away again in that black Audi A6 or S6. Pat Rudabay.
Zach, thank you.
6 feet tall, 160 pounds, 17, 18, 19-year-old black dudes.
A violent robbery at a Reseda car wash. Surveillance cameras rolling as a nursing student is pushed to the ground before losing her life savings. That robbery victim just came from the bank.
Her life savings.
A violent robbery at a Reseda car wash. Surveillance cameras rolling as a nursing student is pushed to the ground before losing her life savings. That robbery victim just came from the bank. Fox 11's Chelsea Edwards is live now in Van Nuys.
They followed her. They were watching it all the whole time. Is this an Asian woman? Let me see if this is an Asian woman.
Rolling as a nurse.
It looks like an Asian woman, or more so than an Ombrita. Because neither one of them like banks, but I think Asian woman, this looks like an Asian woman.
Nursing student is pushed to the ground before losing her life savings. That robbery victim just came from the bank. Fox 11's Chelsea Edwards is live now in Van Nuys with the exclusive story for us. Chelsea.
Susan, police believe that the thieves followed her from the bank to the car wash, then waited till she wasn't paying attention to rob her, not once, but twice. A brazen robbery caught on camera. Watch as this white Jeep pulls up next to a woman cleaning her car at a Reseda car wash. While she vacuums, someone sneaks in and grabs her purse. The victim, who goes by Anahita, didn't hear a thing.
Anahita.
But then the robber
Okay, so that's a Spanish.
comes back.
Holy shit. Yo. Situational awareness on zero.
Jeep pulls up next to a woman cleaning her car at a Reseda car wash. While she vacuums, someone sneaks in and grabs her purse. The victim, who goes by Anahita, didn't hear a thing. But then the robber comes back.
The first attempt he grabbed my purse, and then he did not find the money. And when I just finished vacuuming, I put the vacuum back to the station, he jumped into the car and then opened the glove compartment and then took my wallet with my all credit card and then the cash money that I got from the bank. And I started screaming.
I told you she was Asian, so she might be Filipino. I told you she was Asian. Damn, I'm good. Press 1. Damn, I'm good. Off a goddamn grainy ass. She must be Filipino. That's why she got that Spanish name.
Took my wallet with my all credit card and then the cash money that I got from the bank. And I started screaming and then I hang into the door. The guy took the money and then he pushed me to the ground and then they drove away. Yeah, I got some bruises on my rib side and then scratches on my knee because he pushed me so hard.
Anahita had just taken $4,000 in cash out from a nearby bank, money the second-year nursing school student had saved to help bring her parents to the U.S. from Iran.
It was very important for me because it was
I was wrong. She's from Iran. She's from Iran. That's not Asia. That's the Middle East. I was wrong. I knew she wasn't on Breeder though. I knew she wasn't on Breeder. But so yeah, actually those brothers did us a solid, man. You don't need your parents here, man. What you mean bring your parents here? That's the damn problem with these immigrants, man. They come over here and then they bring the whole goddamn clan over with them. No, man. Leave your parents in Iran. Leave your parents in Iran. He said the Middle East is Asia. yeah. Europe, they call that Asia, yeah. We call over here we call Asia Chinese people. Orientals, man. You call it Orientals, man.
That I had.
Anahita studies full-time. She works full-time as a caregiver. And now her dream of reuniting her family is on hold.
A person like me works so hard for money, going to school, going to work. And then when you're doing this, you're not just ruining the...
Yeah, but baby, if you got that much money, you should have took that shit to the crib and then came back out. And fucking came back out and washed your fucking car. Press 1. She should have took that shit to the crib, dropped it off, and came back out. Now they probably would have. Now they probably would have ran up on her once she got out of her car anyway in her house. They probably ran up on her and just fucking jacked her there. But maybe they wouldn't have if it was other people outside. I don't know. They didn't care that people was outside here. But anyway, man, yeah, she was fucked. She was fucked. It wasn't nothing that could be done unless she got a police escort home. Maybe the National Guard was in her town. Maybe she had the National Guard in her city. Oh, it's definitely sons. That was definitely a son, man. That stole that shit.
The robber comes back.
The first attempt he did,
That's definitely a son, man. Huh? Look, that's a son, man, right there, man.
he grabbed my purse, and then he did not bust among the whole community.
A friend helped set up this GoFundMe and hopes the community will now rally around her. Police told her the Jeep was stolen and the thieves likely followed her from the bank to the car wash. So far, no one's been caught.
Don't belong to be in the society. They belong to be in the jail.
That's right. You tell him, man. I need to I need to use that as a drop, man.
Far, no one's been caught.
Don't belong to be in the society. They belong to be in the jail.
It's been caught.
Don't belong to be in the society. They belong to be in the jail.
And we do have a link to that GoFundMe on our website, foxla.com. Anahita says any little bit.
Yeah, any little bit that you can donate to the channel will help a great deal. Any little bit that you can support this show, this live stream, the only show bringing you the crime that's going on. Okay, the only show that's showing you the crime's not down, literally showing you. The only show, the only one that's in YouTube. I mean, YouTube, and also hit the like button, man. Our algorithm is fucked up over here. I used to get 300, 400 a show. They got me down to what, 90? They not letting me get nothing no more. They breaking me down. At nighttime, they get a little bit more, but still, even at nighttime, they got us to 160. So yeah, maybe 160 or something. Be a stretch to get 200 at night. They breaking the nigga, man. Salute to everybody though. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you support the channel. Make sure you crime news, man. Only channel bring you the crime news, man. Crime is not down. Crime is not down. It's not down.
It would help so much and would be so greatly appreciated. Now, police say they are investigating. Nobody has been caught yet, but anyone with information who might help bring those thieves to justice should come forward. Reporting live from Van Nuys, I'm Chelsea Edwards, Fox 11 News.
Susan? Chelsea, she was clearly focused on the car. Did she even see one or both of the suspects?
Not the first time. So he goes in the first time. She didn't notice that had happened. Mm-hmm. But if you look in the video, you can see she looks through the car the second time and sees him, runs around, and then tries to stop him. She said she got a clear look at the suspect. She's given that description to police. And then they took off in that car, which, again, police believe was stolen. So, it really just...
Yeah,
wild thing that happened, and certainly seemed targeted. The way that they did it, the way they parked up next to her, the way they knew that she had a vast amount of cash in the car and went back to get it. It certainly seems like they knew what they were doing.
Right, but she was targeted. All right, Chelsea, thank you.
Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm.
A truck that's been in their family nearly 7 years was essentially taken from them, at least on paper.
So it's been a huge pain, but I don't know how else to get around it.
It appears someone cloned the vehicle and registered it in another state, hundreds of miles away. You may have been watching when we first warned you about vehicle cloning last year. And now Action 9 learned the local family could not re-register their Tacoma truck after someone else registered in Massachusetts.
Unbelievable. Consumer investigator Jeff Deal is live with us in the studio now. And Jeff, the good news is they still have the truck.
Yes, but that's also part of what makes this so bizarre. They've had that truck since late 2018, but because someone else registered it up north, they were stuck with expired tags here. And Christine Hempstead said at first both states seem confused about how to handle it. Re-registering a car or truck in Florida is generally pretty easy.
I've been doing it like that for years.
Christine Hempstead recently logged into this Orange County tax collector's website to register all the family vehicles. No problems except with this 2019 blue Toyota Tacoma. There was no option to renew.
First, I thought I did a 2-year registration on that for some strange reason where I did 1 year on everything else.
That wasn't the case. When she went to the office in person, she learned there was a big problem. Records show somehow the truck had been transferred to someone else in March, then registered in Massachusetts. Same make, model, color, and VIN. But you guys have had the car in your possession this entire time.
Oh, the entire time. We renew it every year online. And yeah, it's never gone to anybody else.
But that meant Christine couldn't register it here. She said at first Florida and Massachusetts were confused. But now it appears it was likely a cloned vehicle, something traffic anchor Alexa Lorenzo first reported on last year.
Look at it as identity theft, but you're stealing the identity of another vehicle.
Basically, criminals will steal a car, get a VIN from a legally registered similar vehicle, alter the VIN on the stolen car, essentially creating a clone. Then they either sell it or use it for other illegal activity.
They go through several steps to make this look real.
Yeah, it's a business, organized crime.
After I contacted the Massachusetts Registry of Motor Vehicles, it said it reached out to Florida officials about the issue. A few days later, when Christine reached out, Massachusetts let her know the registration up there had been revoked, so she was finally able to register it here. Neither Massachusetts nor Florida has confirmed how it happened or said if anyone has been arrested. But Christine is thankful the time-consuming and frustrating process that lasted more than a month is finally over.
When you call Massachusetts, like the first time I was on hold with them for an hour before I finally got through, then that guy says, oh, I'm in the wrong department.
And people who buy cloned cars are also victims. They have the car confiscated and typically lose all of the money they paid for that car. To protect yourself, check the VIN plate for tampering and get a copy of the vehicle history report. We'll put some more information in the Action 9 section of our website. Guys, back to you.
All right, Joe.
That's crazy. Car cloning. Jesus Christ. That was the first time I'd ever heard of that. I had never heard of it. Press 1 if you ever heard of car cloning before. I have never heard of that. Never. I'd never heard of that.
Denver's Cherry Creek North neighborhood is known for shopping and high-end dining. Tonight, police are actively looking for a man who is seemingly targeting that luxury lifestyle, taking part in a series of armed Rolex robberies. Your investigator, Brian Moss, has been looking into those cases. He joins us live tonight from Cherry Creek North. And Brian, who exactly are these robbers targeting?
Kelly, we've learned that the victims in these attempted armed robberies were residents of this Cherry Creek North neighborhood, and they were prominent citizens in this area. We've also learned that one suspect in these cases has now been deported, with Homeland Security saying that he was a member of Tren de Aragua, TDA, a Venezuelan street gang. The second suspect is still on the run. With upscale shopping, art galleries, high-end boutiques, and fine dining, and surrounded by multi-million-dollar homes, Cherry Creek North is considered one of Denver's safest neighborhoods.
I was sure that somebody would have walked by and said, hey, what's going on, on the window like this, and I'm sitting in there.
But on one particular day, it sure didn't feel like it to 85-year-old Larry Dietrich.
And then I looked up, and he's got the gun pointed at my head, and he was very forceful. Watch. I said, you son of a you're not going to get this watch from me today. Didn't you understand me? I said,
Turns out what happened to Larry was not an isolated incident. According to this Denver police document, there have been 3 robberies in Cherry Creek North within the last 12 months in broad daylight, where the unknown suspect attempted to rob the victim for their Rolex watch. Dietrich had just finished coffee with friends here when he got in his car to leave.
There's always a spot in the parking lot.
He says a feeling of rage came over him that someone would rob him at gunpoint in his community during daylight hours in a heavily trafficked area.
Finally, it sort of became a standoff that I think he realized in order to get my watch, even if I was wearing one, he was going to have to shoot me. It went through my mind that, well, if this is the end, so be it. But I just didn't want to give up the watch under these circumstances.
What did your wife say when you told her what you did?
She said I was stupid, you know.
But this was just another chapter in a life of danger. Larry was a professional race car driver, racing the Pikes Peak Hill Climb in his 70s.
Put the gun away. I just stood there, and they were parked.
The would-be robber ran away, but 10 days later, it happened again. A prominent Denver lawyer was walking his dog at 3rd and Steel in the heart of Cherry Creek North mid-afternoon, 4 blocks from where Dietrich was held up. The suspect demanded his watch at gunpoint, wrote police, but say investigators, the 71-year-old lawyer refused to give him the watch. The suspect took off running, eastbound on foot.
It's been a deeply impactful tool.
Denver Police Commander Cliff Barnes says investigators turned to the Flock camera system for help. It's a network of 111 cameras around Denver that can not only read license plates, but track cars by certain characteristics. They say in both of those robberies, Flock cameras around Cherry Creek North showed a 2006 gray Honda Civic with a temp plate was in the area.
Flock was an integral piece of that, right? Because we were able to take a look at vehicles matching the description that was provided by the victim at the time.
And police tracked the Honda back to its owner in Greeley, Fernando Rodriguez da Silva. Police say da Silva's cell phone was in Cherry Creek North during both of those robberies. And
Fernando da Silva, man. Jeez.
Investigators say da Silva tried to cover his tracks by turning his phone off right before both robberies.
I can't believe this. It's the same guys.
The Department of Homeland Security said Fernando da Silva is a criminal Venezuelan illegal alien and a member of the vicious Tren de Aragua gang. The statement went on to say, ICE arrested da Silva in January of this year, claiming he admitted to being the getaway driver for numerous TDA Denver area robberies. The agency says in March, da Silva, who they call a dangerous gang member, was deported to El Salvador.
You can imagine what the press would have done with a murderer under those circumstances.
Larry Dietrich's Cherry Creek North neighborhood is pretty quiet these days, although police are still looking for the second suspect. The gunman in both cases, 28-year-old Daikere Rivero Urbano, who Denver police believe might have fled the state.
I just wasn't afraid of dying. I just was furious and, could kill me.
Now, we did ask the Department of Homeland Security for their evidence that Rodriguez da Silva was a member of TDA, Tren de Aragua. They did not respond to that request. Police say if you're confronted by an armed robber like these men were, do not do what these men did. Instead, they say comply with an armed robber and prioritize your safety by cooperating, staying calm, and giving up your property. And if you do recognize Rivero Urbano, the second suspect, police ask you to call Metro Denver Crime Stoppers as they are actively looking for him. Live in Cherry Creek North, I'm Brian Moss, covering Colorado First.
Yeah.
Wow.
Quite the situation there, Brian. Thank you so much.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
2 years after a brutal attack, a woman is face to face with a man who shoved her on the subway tracks, causing her to break her leg. Alice Gaynor was in the courtroom and as the attacker apologized when he learned his fate.
Yanan Shu tearfully told the court, "I am standing here today not because of an accident, but because of a sudden violent act. Back in August 2023, Samuel Junker followed Shu into the subway station near West Broadway."
Oh, Gladys on the board again. Unexpected. This was an unexpected one. I wasn't, woo. Gliders are on the board. Pushing a Asian lady on a train.
Act. Back in August 2023, Samuel Junker followed Shu into the subway station near West Broadway and Chambers Street, shoved her onto the tracks without warning, then took off. She detailed for the judge her efforts to try and get up 3 times as she heard the train coming. I only had one thought: I may not be able to survive. Luckily, there were a few strangers who tried their best and helped me and pulled me up. Her leg was broken. Although I survived, my life was never the same. Shu said she suffered complications and psychological trauma. She still wakes up in the middle of the night. Every time when I walk into a subway station, I feel faster breathing and my heart beats faster. That act of violence tears away at my sense of security and safety. She called for justice and asked the judge to punish Junker to help prevent this from happening again. Junker, who was arrested after an officer recognized him from a wanted flyer, took a plea deal, admitting guilt to 1 count of attempted assault. Now 43 years old, he mostly kept his head down and did speak briefly, offering, "My apologies run deeper than the ocean for how sorry I am to this innocent."
Attempted assault after pushing her, following her to the train station, and pushing her on the tracks where she broke her leg. He gets attempted assault. New York City. New York City.
Person.
Prosecutors were asking for a 12-year sentence, saying what happened to Shu is every New Yorker's nightmare. The judge agreed with that, but sentenced him to 10 years behind bars.
Noting his mental health issues, that sometimes he's not compliant with his medication. I hope he seeks the help he needs while he's incarcerated, the judge told his attorney. Outside criminal court in Lower Manhattan, Alice Gaynor, CBS News, New York.
I don't think I can remember seeing a white guy push an Asian woman onto the tracks. That might be a new one for me, man. That might be a new one. That might be a new one for me, man. We saw MK Ultra. Every time you gliders do something, it's either meth, Jews, or MK Ultra. Yeah, man. Salute. This was a great show, man. I'm gonna try to come back later on this afternoon, man, and do another show, man. I gotta go pick my kids up from school, man. Salute to all you guys, man. Salute to everybody who shared the video. Salute to everybody who hit the like button. Salute to everybody who took the challenge and supported the channel. I'll be back later on, man. Salute to all you guys, man. Freeze up.